Welcome back to Camo's Mirror, the podcast where we look in the mirror at ourselves and the world around us. I'm your host, Camo. Before we dive in, I'd like to remind everyone that this podcast is for educational and informational purposes only. Please consult certified professionals for personalized advice. Today, we're delving into a topic that's both profound and transformative. The title of today's topic is The Power of Self-Reflection, Looking Back to Move Forward. What if the key to your future success lies in your past? Let's explore how self-reflection can become your most powerful tool for growth. Joining us today is Shulamith, a subject matter expert in personal development. Shulamith, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Camo. It's a pleasure to be here.
So glad to have you. Self-reflection is a term that's thrown around a lot, but I feel like many people don't fully grasp its significance. Could you start by explaining what self-reflection truly means?
Absolutely. Self-reflection is the mindful consideration of our thoughts, feelings, actions, and motivations. It's about taking a deliberate pause to examine our internal landscape, our beliefs, values, and experiences, to gain deeper self-awareness. This process allows us to understand why we think and behave the way we do, which is essential for personal growth and making conscious choices that align with our true selves.
That's a great explanation. Now, despite its benefits, why do you think most people do not engage in self-reflection?
That's a critical question. There are several reasons. Firstly, self-reflection requires us to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves. It's much easier to avoid these discomforts by staying busy or distracted. Secondly, our fast-paced society doesn't prioritize stillness or introspection. We're conditioned to value productivity over pause, so setting aside time for self-reflection can feel unproductive or even self-indulgent. Lastly, some people may not know how to effectively engage in self-reflection or understand its benefits, so they don't see it as a valuable practice.
That makes sense. The discomfort and lack of time are significant barriers. Could you share some examples of how self-reflection can positively impact someone's life?
Certainly. Let's consider someone who consistently feels unfulfilled at work. Through self-reflection, they might realize that their dissatisfaction stems from a misalignment between their job and their core values or passions. Recognizing this, they can take steps toward a career that offers more personal fulfillment. Another example is in relationships. A person might notice a pattern of conflicts with friends or family. By reflecting on their communication style or emotional triggers, they can identify areas for improvement, such as practicing active listening or managing their reactions, leading to healthier relationships.
Those are powerful examples. It's interesting how looking inward can lead to external changes. How does self-reflection facilitate personal growth on a broader scale?
Self-reflection fosters self-awareness, which is the foundation of emotional intelligence. When we're aware of our emotions and behaviors, we can regulate them more effectively. This awareness helps us identify limiting beliefs or negative patterns that hinder our growth. By addressing these, we can develop new skills, improve our decision-making, and enhance our overall well-being. It's like having a personal roadmap for development.
I like that analogy, a personal roadmap. But for many, starting this journey might feel overwhelming. What are some practical steps people can take to begin self-reflecting?
Great question. Here are some steps. 1. Set aside time. Dedicate a specific time each day or week for reflection. Even 15 minutes can make a difference. 2. Journaling. Writing down your thoughts and experiences helps clarify feelings and track progress over time. 3. Mindfulness meditation. This practice keeps you present and aware of your thoughts without judgment. 4. Ask yourself questions. Use prompts like, "What did I learn today?" or "How did I handle challenges?" 5. Seek feedback. Trusted friends or mentors can offer valuable insights into your behaviors and patterns.
Those are very actionable steps. Now, earlier you mentioned that self-reflection can be uncomfortable. How can someone overcome the fear or resistance associated with it?
Acknowledging that discomfort is part of the growth process is crucial. Start small. Focus on less sensitive areas before delving into deeper issues. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, just as you would a close friend. Remember, the goal isn't to judge yourself, but to understand yourself better.
That's reassuring. Do you think technology plays a role in hindering or helping self-reflection?
Both, actually. On one hand, technology can be a significant distraction, pulling us away from introspective moments. On the other hand, there are numerous apps and online resources designed to facilitate self-reflection, such as guided journals or meditation apps. It's about how we choose to use technology, either as a tool for growth or a means of avoidance.
That's a fair point. Speaking of resources, are there any books or materials you'd recommend for those interested in deepening their self-reflection practice?
Absolutely. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle is excellent for understanding the importance of being present. Emotional Intelligence by Daniel Goleman offers insights into self-awareness and managing emotions.
Those are fantastic recommendations. Now let's touch on the outcomes. What changes might someone notice in their life after regularly practicing self-reflection?
People often report increased clarity and focus. They make decisions that are more aligned with their true desires and values. There's typically an improvement in relationships due to better communication and empathy. Additionally, they may experience reduced stress and anxiety as they understand and manage their emotions more effectively. Overall, there's a greater sense of purpose and fulfillment.
That sounds transformative, but are there any common misconceptions about self-reflection that you'd like to address?
Certainly, one misconception is that self-reflection is self-absorption or navel-gazing. In reality, it's a constructive process aimed at personal growth and betterment, not self-indulgence. Another is that it's only for those facing problems or crises. While it can be incredibly helpful in those times, self-reflection is beneficial for everyone, regardless of their current life circumstances.
That's important to clarify. Before we conclude, could you share any final thoughts or encouragement for our listeners who might be hesitant to start self-reflecting?
I'd say that self-reflection is one of the most valuable investments you can make in yourself. It doesn't require any special equipment or significant financial resources, just a willingness to look within. The insights gained can lead to profound changes in your life. Start gently, be patient with yourself, and remember that it's a journey, not a destination.
Wise words, Shulamith. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us today. It's been an enlightening conversation.
Thank you, Camo. It's been a pleasure being here.
And to our listeners, thank you for joining us on this episode of Camo's Mirror. If you found today's discussion valuable, please subscribe, like, and share the podcast. And consider leaving a comment. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences with self-reflection. Until next time, take a moment each day to look in the mirror, not just at your reflection, but into it.